This is the beautiful view from the ancient castle of Gåseborg. It is 1500 years old, overlooking Lake Mälaren, only 10 minutes walk from the outskirts of Hässelby. Let's walk inside the castle. There is not much here that reminds of a castle. Still, we have our campfire and a nearby flat ground to raise the tents. This is where we came from. Now, let's leave the castle through the narrow entrance. All these rocks were once part of the castle's defense. Now it's all downhill from here. Not far from the ancient Gåseborg castle lies the meadow surrounded by very old oaks. Here we have a well-organized fireplace, complete with sausage and firewood, a good place to feed a hungry crew. Continuing down the meadow to the left, we'll end up below our starting point. The cliffs are steep here and the rocks are large with sharp corners. A beautiful place to get cut and nearly bleed to death. Now, let's check out another place nearby. We go up to the meadow, turn back, and go to the right instead. Then we end up here. The view from here is nice if you can't sleep, or if you're afraid of all the noises from the wild animals. There is ample space to put your sleeping bag, with a fireplace outside to keep you warm at night when your boyfriend has turned cold. So this was Gåseborg and the area around the meadow. The next location is Skeftingeholmen, 20 minutes walk from the meadow, or 20 minutes by car. You have to drive a long detour to reach this part of Järfälla, but it's not really far at all. Skeftingeholmen is a small island outside Järfälla, and immediately after you cross the bridge, take right into the woods. This part is quite dark and could be a little bit scary for the city people, not used to be out in the nature, some 200 meters from the civilization. It's full of dense shrubberies rather than trees and hasn't been maintained for a long time. This makes for some scary B-roll, no doubt. But not all the trails on Skeftingeholmen are dark. There are some very sunny parts as well. No! I really should have taken the right path here. Never mind. The detour took me to some really nice spots here on the way to the place I'm thinking of. The view here is also very calming and beautiful. You're much closer to the water here, compared to Gåseborg. So after a little bit longer walk than I expected, I finally came to this spot. Actually, when I first visited this several years ago, there were no trees here. You could easily walk out on the tip of the cape. But the view of the water is still pretty. This spot also has a fireplace. Wait, what was that? I heard something. Could it be here? Or here? Maybe it was in here, by the rocks. Nah, it's probably just the badger I met on the way here. He's all right. Never mind him. Where were we? There's also a space here to raise a tent or two, and don't forget to bring the barbecue next time. So this is Skeftingeholmen with its dark, secluded trails and some really nice open and sunny parts. I like the tall grass here. I wish my own lawn was this nice. I don't really like golf greens, but I digress. Skeftingeholmen is a good alternative location. Actually, the woods aren't that scary. They're not scary at all. And the most fascinating thing is this is just a couple of 100 meters from the boatyard. So there are people near. I don't know if that scares you more than the nature or how to relate to that, but that's a fact. So I hope you liked this little adventure location scouting in the woods. Come on, woods. Just a couple of trees. Really,